On there?
Hey,
you gonna get country on that hood hog?
Hey, man, you gonna put him on there?
Country's already on there.
I've been on there.
He need episode 2.
Episode 2.
It's your girl Naomi Javinci, and you is right here with the one and only hood hierarchy. You already know.
Oh man, look, man, OG Tulo, man, the Coke Talker Houston. You know what I'm saying? 8 times, man, dirty size, man. You know, this is what it is, man. You know, rocking with my boy, Uncle Beats.
First of all, yo, salute to everybody in the building, man. This Jab City TV, y'all already know what's going on. Bandana Road, East Side Legend. I'm in this boy with Hierarchy, with my boy Uncle Beach. Y'all already know what's going on. East Side Chicago, West Side Chicago, Low End, Wild Hunters. Acknowledge me. Let's get up, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Yo, y'all, this hood hierarchy. This your girl Star with 3 R's. Y'all got it. This is the best platform for the artists.
Now we gonna start with the South Side, where GDs and BDs and Blackstones don't coincide. So let me be your tour guide. So when you in a certain area, you will know what that hood ride.
How you doing, Two Sweets? How you doing?
Hey.
Good to have you here. If somebody was trying to be a guest on the Gangster Chronicles, what's the qualification?
Man, just have an interesting story, man. That's how we made our name, man. We really made our name off of just having interesting people on, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, dog, I'd rather talk to an interesting person than a celebrity any day, dog.
There we go.
Any day. So if you got something interesting,
I was on the Gangster Chronicles, so I guess I'm interesting, people.
Yo, what up, people? Y'all tapped in with President Sly, Hood Hierarchy. Y'all checking out, you know what I'm saying? Unc right here. Stay tuned. Buffalo, New York in the building. Aye.
Okay, so it is what it is. I am that girl, Olivia. This is Hood Hierarchy with Uncle Beats. Make sure you guys remember to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are absolutely amazing. No matter what anybody says, you got this. Yes, life gets hard and it may knock you on your feet, but guess what? You'll jump right back up because why? Weebles wobbles, but we don't fall down.
All right, it's your boy Lil Matt. Shout out Hood Hierarchy, Uncle Beats, salute all the way from St. Martin, Mississippi.
What's the hood?
Brooklyn, New York, Tampa, Florida, Ybor City. What up?
This your boy Snap G, and you tapping in with Snap G and Uncle Beats on Hood Hierarchy, Mobcast. Tune in, hit the like, hit the share. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hit the share, your front door, I will be there.
Everybody that go on YouTube right quick and subscribe to Hood Hierarchy. ASAP. Subscribe to Hood Hierarchy. ASAP. Now play that music, DJ.
Whoa!
Yo.
Look who I got, y'all. Look what the wind blew in, as they say. Young Rick, what's up with you, man?
Man, feeling good, looking good, feeling the best. You already know what it is.
Wait, hold on. I'm tripping. It's the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, in the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. You want us to be all right? Hit that like. If you really care, hit that share. If you don't, leave a comment. You want us to do well, hit that bell. You want us to survive, hit subscribe. But if you really want to help us get out the trap, drop some on that Hood Hierarchy Cash App. Donations, or you might be hating. Tell them who you are, player.
Hey, man, you already know who it is, baby. Young Rick, Prince of the Guap Getters. Can't stop, won't stop, still getting it in. 2024, I'm still going strong, man. I'm here representing for the Guap Getters, Hood Hierarchy. We love it, baby. We trying to do it big with Uncle Beast, man. Tell the streets what it is, baby.
Hey, you know, I love this part because I get to roll the credits and get to roll the intros. Give everybody a little time to get in. So, you know. But today, I have a guest who is really like one of the reasons that I started doing this. But when we started doing it, we knew we wanted to do it, but it was 3 people specifically that showed me like, try this program, try that. And that was Kelly Pitts, from
How's up, Captain Pitt?
you know, Kelly Piston went more radio now, but I know they coming back from the Gangster Conversation. Then we had Gangster Chronicles, Big Steel. He showed me stuff. Then
How's up?
this guest tonight though, he showed me a lot, man. He really showed me what to pick and what to use, and had me come by his crib and show me different stuff. So I'm gonna roll the intro. We're gonna come right back.
Let's get it.
Drop them comments, drop them hoods. It's finna go all the way down. Hood.
Let's
Hierarchy. Mob Cast. Every single episode, man, we're gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times.
Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet ghetto.
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money throwing the concerts.
It's your boy Project Pata, Hood Hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. And you rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling, I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
This is 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. Get the dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from Chi-Town, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
One was saying this the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, bow, bow, bow.
We back. So hopefully Young Rick don't get mad at me again and walk off this time, y'all. So
Hey, man, we're talking about some real sensitive topics, man. That's all it is. You know, people can't handle that all the time.
Yo,
hey, I'm still looking and the girls still paying, man. They still want to know my location, man. It's all good. I'm in the hood. You can find me.
Well, I can't wait to bring my guests in, man, because you know this is just my brother in this, man. If you look at his show, he represents Hood Hierarchy to the fullest. Like we in the intro, everything, you know. Can't do nothing but appreciate. I'm not gonna hold him off any longer. The one, the only, from the Let's Chop It Up podcast and Hot Topic Tuesday, the one and only. Trey Boogie is in the building. Somebody start clapping right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There go
yes, sir.
Y'all see that? Let's chop it up. I had to have that in the background so they can see.
And you gotta say they not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Well, you know what? Since you bringing that up, let's take it straight to the West Coast, right? Straight to the West. Let's take it straight to the West Coast. Y'all know I gotta ask some questions before we get into it. Shouts out to everybody. If this is your first time catching the show, I'm not being rude to my guest when I go to the streets and read the comments. We have to check in with the streets because the streets is who make it. And we got my guy. We got our guy in the building. Us Before Me, the Thug Bible Movement, OGs and Young Guys podcast, the one and only Show Body.
Show Body. You know, baby, what's good?
Show Body. He said, salute big bro, living legend, Trey Boogie, Boogie Flavors. Let's go. We got the number one guest of the show, Jacqueline L. in the building.
Jackie.
She said, us before me. Oh no, y'all, I got bumped. Us before me is live. Thought it wasn't until tomorrow. Yeah, us before me, he doing something too. So we got my guy Big Six in the building. He said hood evening. So my man T Smooth in the building. All right, T Smooth.
T Smooth, what it do, gang?
Yes, sir.
Love you too, show body. Love you too. So,
big love, big love.
It's going down. I gotta notice, y'all. So we got some from the West Coast, and I want to know what y'all think. We got the one and only Wack 100.
Oh Lord.
Is bonding out, trying to bond out Keeze D, who is arrested for murdering Tupac Shakur. So, with that being said, they denied the bond for right now because they said Wack is trying to bond him out so he can make money off of him, saying he gonna do interviews and a documentary, a movie, all that stuff. Right. So the only way they know about this is because Wack went on Clubhouse and Vlad TV talking about it. They played it. This is on CNN now. They played Vlad TV. They played his interview back on what he said in court. So Boogie, with that being said, and let's not forget they both on the jail phone talking about stuff too. With that being said, do you think they talk too much?
Well, on them phones inside?
The phone and going on Vlad TV talking about it.
Look, Wack know what he doing. Wack is very strategic. He know they recording. He know he could request that if that phone call, you know, he know what he doing. Are they talking too much? Yeah, they talking too much. I don't even talk that much on my regular phone, and I'm free.
What you think about Wack already being, you know, a person who represents people who already been snitched? He already was the manager to
6ix9ine.
Dude.
Yeah.
So you already know he gonna exploit what everybody want to hear. It's conversation. It's the information that he's exploiting. It's not really so much of the people to me because I think he can care less about the people. It's what they bringing. You bringing it, Keeze D. You bringing it. He don't care, Keeze D. Oh, he got cancer. His cancer was in remission 9 back because the jailhouse dude. I be looking at them.
Well, you know something Boogie just said. Some Trey Boogie just said though that I didn't think about. Just think, if you or Trey Boogie or anybody else said, "Hey, I want to bond Keeze D out," you would be all over the internet right now, all over CNN, and guess what? It didn't cost him a dime. He just got all this promotion, like Trey Boogie said. He know good and well he wasn't supposed to be talking about this stuff on Vlad and on the phone. I don't even think about that. He just got the best free promotion, and it didn't cost him a dime. Because really, the bond ain't even that high. What was this? $100,000? People
no, it was 700. It was 750,000, but he just had to put up 75,000. That's how it is in Cali.
And he showed good in his business account he had for 8 years. What's the difference? Everybody know if you want to make something go somewhere, you put it on the internet. It's the number one thing. They found so many avenues to glorify every weakness in our community that they're doing.
That's what I'm saying though. That was kind of, if he did that being like Trey Boogie pointed out, if he did that being shady, it was genius. He just got the best promotion in the world, and it didn't cost him 50 cents to do it.
Wack is the best at that. I mean, I don't understand. For one, it's a money grab. Wack ain't gonna do nothing unless there's some money involved in it. He could make some money. And two, I don't know why anybody get on the phone, an email, a text message, or anything with Wack 100. I wouldn't even want to talk to him in sign language. You know what I mean? Because he may have it recorded. Like, he got everything. He keeps the receipts. He's beefing with somebody in my town right now.
Oh,
you
so
know,
he got them.
he beefing with somebody in my town right now. Him and C Styles was going at it about a month ago.
Oh,
like,
straight up. Man, you better get my homie alone. Now
You know what? I ain't never seen no man say, "Don't bomb me out then." I don't want dude bomb me out. Somebody try to post bomb for you, you don't know who it is, you don't care. You gonna get up out of there.
Hey, I don't care.
Thing, let me say this real quick, fam.
What's that?
My thing is this. Wack 100 used to he was the driver for Suge Knight.
Right.
He was a part of Death Row and all that type of stuff. So why you going to bond out the one who killed the homeboy?
Well, he was part of.
He probably
he went part of the original Death Row. He went nowhere around when
he
Tupac
was there
was
when. Nah, he wasn't when Tupac was there.
He was part of the sinking ship. So
he probably was the guy that used to smack the back of his bald head and say, "Shut up and drive."
He was on the back part. But with that being said, gentlemen, like I said, you just gave me a good one. Say you just made me realize he got all that promotion just for having 75,000 in the bank or whatever he needed to have. Then I had to spend it down.
He's been in business for 8 years.
No, listen. If he's smart enough to know what he did, he's smart. He got him some good promo. But I gotta ask y'all about something else. So it was a rapper who was murdered from Florida named Julio.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a lot of talking about the dead. And today, people have been blaming the parents or whatever. So his mom came out.
It was dark, my brother.
And she made a statement. She made a statement and she said, I used to tell them to take stuff down, stop doing that. This is where he's gonna end up. She actually even got shot behind one of his beefs, her and his girlfriend. And she said she told him. So with that being said, can we blame his parents for how he acted in the street?
Negative. Like, as a parent, it's just like those school shooters, and now they're arresting the parents.
Right.
They didn't do the shooting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And dude, I mean, he was that generation doing that right now. They about that, this and the dead. We didn't do none of that type of stuff. We didn't do the stuff. I think them skinny jeans is messing their brain up. But we didn't do all that type of stuff. You dig? So it's like, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And a lot of times in them shootings, it's never for the person it was intended for don't get hit. It's always someone innocent. You know what I mean? When my grandma's house got shot up, they didn't shoot my cousin that they were after. They shot my brother's baby mom.
Hold on, Trey Boogie.
Some stuff ain't.
This is you can't just say. Hold on, Rick. He can't just say when my grandma's house got shot up and just keep going on. So your grandma's house was shot up?
Yeah.
Oh,
years ago.
What had happened at?
Out here in Dago in Spring Valley.
How many was it a lot of people home, or like how did it go?
My grandma, my grandpa, my little cousins, like 8 years old. Another one was 5. It was them in the house and the dog, and then my brother and them outside.
You gotta know how many bullets was shot at the crib. You can't do
at least 10. It was at least 10. They were everywhere.
Right. They were still shooting at the crib then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they were shooting at. They thought my brother was my cousin and was shooting at him. They dipped out. The baby mama got hit in the leg.
Wow.
So my question to you is then, if I know somebody shooting at me, why would I run up in the crib where I know my people at?
They were already in
shooting at
like
me.
right outside by the garage. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's
And they
how.
were trying to go to the backyard type. They were trying to just skirt. So the
Oh, Rick,
shots
you must,
just hitting and hitting, hitting.
Rick, you must have
But
never been shot at before. So you think it go
Hey,
like on Minister Society, like people be
nah,
you know, they don't think they're not
hey,
thinking.
when they
They trying
shot
to
at
get
us,
safe.
we ain't had no time to react. We had behind trees and under car. If you ain't got no pole on you,
guess what? When
I wasn't
anything,
thinking, let me run in the
when
crib.
anything is
That was a
happening to
long
me,
run.
when anything is happening to me, home is the first place I'm gonna try and get to.
Right.
I hope you come in behind me.
I ain't gonna run to the crib if I know my granny in there, the dog in there, my sister, the
I
baby,
might
the
have
cousin.
something that's gonna help. I
You
want
know,
some. If my mama is in the house, that was the safest place for me to run to if
And
somebody
the
was on
first
me.
thing I learned was I don't bring that necessary heat to
home.
where I'm at.
If
So I
you
ain't
sit
gonna
on the
post.
porch and somebody comes shooting,
I
what
ain't
are you
gonna be on
talking
my
about?
family
They
porch if I
came and
know
shot the
like
house
that.
up.
Why would I be around my family if I know I done did something I
You
ain't
sound
supposed
like a damn fool. How you if somebody comes shoot up your house and you sitting on the porch,
Why
how
would
is you supposed to
this what
know?
I'm saying? You missing what I'm saying. If I know I'm in 200 people, why am I going around my family?
You make
I'm
no
gonna go,
sense,
we
bro.
gonna have a set
What
crib,
would
bomb house, most of that.
yeah, but when somebody's 25 like these young boys, they're
Yeah.
not thinking
I was
about that.
22, what you mean?
What you say?
I was 22, what you mean?
Yeah, you probably grew up in the suburbs then. Because
Wow.
I'm sliding up the tracks, man.
when it's on, it's on. You're not think. First of all, you so bad, you don't think nobody finna come to your house and do nothing.
Nah, we already knew that. Once
No, I'm
sometimes
just
you
saying.
get
That's
your
the
lick,
first
and
thing.
you know they're gonna get their lick back, gang.
Let me tell you,
You
when
know
I
it.
was 20, 25, and if I was into it with somebody, I would have paid them cash money to bring their bad ass to my house. I would have
When
paid
you
them
was 20, y'all was
cash
still having
money.
fist fights.
What'd you say?
When you was 20, they was still having fist fights.
No, they
They didn't
wasn't.
have blocks
Now
and
that
switches.
20.
They wasn't.
They ain't have blocks and switches.
First of all,
Y'all
I
still
was
was fucking
when I
warriors.
was when I was coming up.
Y'all still had vests with y'all holes.
Listen to me.
The guns
Listen
came
to
out
me.
in 85.
Listen to
Right.
me.
No,
Listen
that
to
was
me.
shotguns and nines. That
Listen
was
to me. I'm
handguns.
talking to Trey Boogie, man. I'm not talking to you no more, man. I'm not
Trey
talking.
Boogie, you already know. Early 2010s, 2012, it got a little
No. See, let me tell you
funky.
something though, for real. A lot of people do this. A lot of people get older and they forget who they were, how they were when they were younger.
Mm.
A lot of people do that. So I still remember the guy was at 13, 14, 25, 30. I remember that. So it's like, that's why I kind of understand some of the stuff people be doing. So a young person doesn't know the consequences. Just like, reason I never had a problem with nothing happening to my house, because I always stress the fact, you got a house too. So we just gonna be some house
Well,
shooting up, a window busting
Right.
out. If you come mess with my crib, I'm coming to your crib, and that's just how it was.
but we out here in the West Coast in San Diego, you know, and I know what you about what 25, 26 beats, you know,
Um,
you know,
my birthday is coming up in November. I'll be
you know,
25 again.
yeah, you know, I'm 52.
Big
I'm
bro.
52 years old. You dig? So, you know,
Oh,
if
you
these
52, you
kids,
already
these
knew.
kids, these kids don't care where you at. They shoot up a church. They shooting up funerals. They
And
don't
that's what
care.
I'm saying.
They shooting women and children and elders. Ain't no
Right.
rules.
It, it,
Ain't no nothing no more. You know what I
and
mean?
that's what
And
I'm
it's on
saying. If
camera.
I know,
And it's on
like
camera.
you know, at 52, why would I go and sit on my family's porch after I know I just did something?
But Rick, we're talking
Well,
teenagers,
yeah, they
man.
younger. So what it was is like
What are you talking about? You don't get
yeah,
it?
I don't understand that, gang.
yeah, my grandma house was the house that everybody went to. You know what I mean?
My grandma
Everybody could
too.
come, stay, and
My
this and that.
grandma crib.
So they knew my cousin be over there. He
Right.
wasn't. He had his own place and everything. But these
Right.
dudes was driving around and saw my brother out there with his girl and his daughter and thought that it was him. So they doubled back, said what they said and got the blasted. The first thing he's an L7. He wasn't, he's not used to getting shot at, so he's tried to break. His girl went behind the car, but in doing that, she got shot.
Right.
My brother
That's
was gone.
understandable, man.
He had
When you
dipped
say
out.
he was an L7, then I understand it because he wasn't with that life. I'm
Right.
not gonna put my people in jeopardy knowing I'm lit. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you want to come with me, then you already know what's gonna go on. Somebody might get down on us, but I'm not gonna bring it when you with. That's all I'm saying. It ain't.
That's your train of thinking. These
That's
youngsters
your
don't
train
think
of
like
thinking.
that.
And the young people don't care. You know
They
what
don't
they
care.
doing? Just like
I don't.
they doing. They
I
trying to
don't
run
even
the
drive
field.
around. I don't even drive around with dudes in the car because I don't know who looking for them, what they had done. Two of my cousins been shot and killed on the freeway just riding with people. So I don't even ride with dudes
Same
like that.
thing happened to my cousin, man. He got shot up in front of my granny crib. My little cousin had to drag him in the crib, and that was his safe haven. But I told him, I said it couldn't be me because I'm not finna go around the same area that I know y'all shooting at me in. Because a bullet is going to
But
crib.
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Who
You
for?
think
That ain't got nothing to do
you're
with this.
thinking these people have sense.
Yeah.
All right,
First
right,
of
right.
all,
You're
to
right.
get in
You're
a car or to walk up on a house
Mm-hmm.
and start shooting, something's wrong with you right there
What
anyway.
they say,
right.
common sense
So,
ain't all that common.
Right. It's just like Lil Jeff them said, you're not a killer if you kill somebody in self-defense because you're defending and you're not shooting, which I said is completely stupid. I said, either way you kill somebody, you're killing somebody. If I have to kill you in self-defense, I'm not going out here saying, I'm a killer, I'm a killer. Well, I'll be killing every day. It's called serial killers. They go and look for kills.
but let me
These
ask this
rappers
though.
are not,
Let
they're
me
not
ask this.
serial killers.
Let me ask
They're not
this.
looking for a kill every day.
Let
Yeah,
me ask
I
this.
understand what you're saying because I was in the army and I've been to 2 combats. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Hey,
I
I
have
appreciate
I have bodies on me. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing I go around talking about, but every night I see it and live it in my dreams and
right.
everything I'm going through. I'm not out here trying to just
And
kill
that was in
folks.
self-defense. But you
I
still know
mean,
in the
I was
back
trying
of
to
your
go
head,
home.
Oh,
I have
Rick,
killed
hold
somebody.
on. Stop. Now, Boogie,
Yeah.
people don't know this, but I write down stuff that I want to ask. But if you're
Okay.
going to keep dropping these bombshells, I can just throw this book away.
Yeah.
So you just said,
Let me get my
you
own.
you just said, yeah, hit that on.
Hey,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
yeah, hierarchy, what you
Hold
time?
on, y'all. The man just said he's been in combat. What? So you was in the war then? What war were you in?
I was in Iraq and in Somalia.
In Somalia.
I ain't
I
So
no
was
killer, but don't push me.
what branch of the military were you in?
Army. I'm a soldier.
Army. Live
So,
action, boy.
so with that being paid, with paying to be a killer, did you even care about what you were fighting for? Or did you see yourself as a superhero, or was it just a job? Like, how did that go?
Well, my question is, do you see yourself as a protector more than a killer?
I see myself as a survivor. Uh,
A survivor.
when we flew over there, it took 3 days to get to Africa, let's say. Um, you're 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was married, had a 8-month-old son, um, flying, all kind of stuff going through your head. Before you go, you gotta get all your shots. You gotta do a wheel. You gotta all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's already in your head that you may not come back.
Right.
Once we got
Right.
there, like we didn't know. You don't know what you're over there for. It have nothing to do with us. This is our job. We got to go where they tell us to go, right? But once them bullets and stuff started flying, ain't no protector, ain't no this. You on survival mode. You trying to get back home to the world. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Period. Dot. I wasn't out there thinking I'm a superhero or none of that. I was scared. You dig? I was scared. My hand's been shaking ever since I was 19. You dig? Like,
So, but I'm saying though, like, what is it like to know I might have to kill somebody when I get over here?
that's what you sign up for when you get in the military, though, right? You know
Right.
what it is. You doing all that training every day for that moment. You
And
know,
my question is that sense of survivorship, that skill set that you had to acquire that you wasn't ready for, don't you think that kind of give you the edge above most normal civilians in today's society,
oh
where
yeah,
you can walk around knowing that you had did something different, and you always looking for those things like, hey, I see that, I know that. When you think that's an experience, what I meant to say is, do you appreciate that experience, or do you kind of regret having to go through that experience with its pros and cons?
um, growing up in my house, it was already like the military. So when I went into the military, it was nothing. Now I always tell people, I'm a soldier without a war. You know what I mean? I got all this training and can't do nothing with it legally. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like issues with someone, in my head, it's like, they don't even know what I could do to them. You know what I mean? And when it is funk, I'm always assessing everything, watching and looking. I know, you know what I mean? It's just, you're trained. You know what I mean? I'm not out there trying to look for nothing. I ain't out there trying to start nothing. But if it come,
But would you say you on edge then constantly?
I used to
Because
be.
you used to be?
I
Okay.
used to be when I was younger. You know what I mean? Now I'm older. I don't have time to be on edge. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make
What
it.
helped mediate that kind of feeling? So you ain't, you tone it down. You kind of see the world is not as aggressive as the real war. It's a war outside itself. What kind of helped that?
I'd have to
Was it the
say,
wings that you be talking about?
I'd have to say, just getting older and growing up, having kids, and now I got grandkids. Like, and getting older. Every day above ground is a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to. I don't have years to give to the system. You know what I'm saying? I can't do a hard 6 like Uncle Beats at
Oh,
my age. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
That's
Right.
too many. That's too many. That's too much
I
time.
gotta
That's too
ask
much
you
time
this,
for
man.
me, man.
I gotta ask you this. Yes, the 6 was hard, but I gotta ask you this. And I've never been able to ask nobody this, right? Like, what goes through your mind after you then kill somebody?
Man,
I mean, it ain't like you just it's one person and it's you and you kill somebody. You know what I mean? It's people shooting your way. You got to return fire. It still affect me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in church and stuff, and it still affect me. I talk to pastors about that. It say, "Thou shalt not kill." It don't say unless you're in war. It say, "Thou shalt not kill." I still, I still have problems with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me ask you this. So, do you think are young people in the hood suffering from the same PTSD that
the
soldiers
military,
are from?
yeah, I tell everybody all the time. It's not PTSD. It's just not a military thing. You know what I
no.
mean? It's post traumatic stress syndrome.
Okay.
Everybody
PTSD.
I never been in nothing. If the veteran administration is listening, all my trauma happened in the military.
Right.
All my trauma. I ain't trying to get my money cut off. You did. All my trauma started in the military. But yeah, other folks, they got trauma. You could get PTSD from a car accident. You could get PTSD from falling off a roof or something. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna talk about this right without saying their names, right? But I had a situation with some family members pop up, right? And one of my cousins was having a party, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to town. I'm having a party, and I want everybody to RSVP." And my other cousin was like, "Okay, where's it at?" And she was like, "I don't know where it's at." And she's like, "Well, I don't go places. I don't say I'm coming somewhere. I guess I know where it's at." So they like, "Oh, just why you acting like that?" And she said, like, "Hey, my mama was murdered in front of me. I watch where I go." And some people took it as that she was overreacting. So with you being through these type of situations, do you think she was overreacting with that?
No, because there's something in her brain.
Right.
It's called a trigger. That could have triggered her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived a crazy life. You know what I'm saying? We were kidnapped, guns to our head as kids, and to this day, I know exactly where that house was. And there's times I used to drive by there and just sit outside when I was younger, ready to just murk everybody up in there, not even knowing if it's the same people. It's a trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just seeing. Just
Like,
But how
I
do
don't
you
like
get over that
fireworks.
trigger?
I don't like
If you have,
fireworks.
how you get over that trigger, even if you have or you haven't? What you think the best way to cope with it or get over that? Because it's just like alcoholics or anybody who have addictive behavior. You know, it's certain triggers that make them go backwards. Some people have to go to groups and talk about it,
Yeah.
and some people have to be put back in that same environment to be able to know how to be, how you be acceptive of that.
Yeah.
And what they used to tell us was you had to learn how to be uncomfortable to become comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you, in your words, how do you think that's the best way to go about those situations? Or it will keep triggering you.
That answer the question.
Huh?
How long your question gonna be? But at least you went back to the trigger part. So,
Hey, yeah, for me, because everybody different, everybody brain act different. You know, I've been like I'm 100% PTSD. I've been to group therapies, inpatient, outpatient. I still see a therapist, a psychiatrist, and a psychologist. You know, they got meds and this and that, but the triggering, like I said, I don't go outside 4th of July, stuff like that. I don't like fireworks. I have flashbacks. It could be a smell. I have flashbacks. You just gotta learn how to cope with it. They got some things you could do and you get taught, you know, about like breathing, different breathing exercises and stuff like that. It's called grounding yourself. You know, everywhere I go, I got a towel. This is one of my grounding mechanisms. You know what I mean? I just gotta have my towel. You know what I mean? It's things. Each people are different. I've been in groups with different people from different branches that done different things, and we all deal with it different. You know what I mean? But I tell everybody, man, don't be afraid to go talk to no one. You know, as black folk, us, we don't like going to doctors and talking to strangers and all that. But
because I used to think it
I
was
was just
strange.
about to ask you that. Do you think
My
that
cousin Beach used to get beat up and chased home until he showed me this teddy bear he keeps. So anytime he feel like he's gonna get beat up, he brings his teddy
Cecil
bear.
Knight? His name was Cecil. He had a name.
And it said, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Cecil Knight.
And he
The
used to
teddy bear
hear
had a name, Rick. Cecil Knight. But now you just answered something. So you think people should see psychologists?
yeah, and you know that on my show, on my podcast, first of all, it's an honor and a privilege to be on my first mobcast. You dig? I ain't never been on a mobcast. You know what I mean?
It's an honor to have you.
Honor to have you, big dog.
Clearly, you have to come right back because you got so much. But it's an honor to
I
have
ain't
you.
know. Hey, you went deep with that, man, and it's an honor to hear those stories because you the first person that I know openly talk about those things, especially the PTSD, you know, and
Well, let
having
me
to
say
really
something about
interact
triggers,
in that
Rick.
war.
Let me say something about triggers. Let me say something about triggers. And this is why I love doing this. because you just made me realize I have triggers. Now, when my mom passed, it's a funeral home right down the street from my house. And I'm like, oh, we could use that one. And my sister like, nope, I'm not finna ride past the funeral home every day and be like, that's where my mama's funeral was at. And I'm like, to me, I'm just like, whatever. So probably about a year or so, we had one of my auntie's funeral at that funeral home. And every time I ride past it, I do think about that's where her funeral was at. And you know, sometimes I think that's why I move around so much. Cause it's like when I'm in Chicago, more stuff remind me of bad stuff than good stuff. Even when sometimes I'm riding where my son used to hang at. And I think like, man, that's where he used to be at. Or he went to school right here. He went right there. And it's just like, I didn't realize until you just said it that I have triggers too. And it's like, that's real deep to what you said.
Yeah.
I gotta ask y'all about something. I know people in the comments.
Can I say this real quick though?
Go
I was going to say, you know, on my show, I always talk about this. You know, especially with me going through what I've been going through for the last couple of years with my health, right? I always try to influence us melanated folks. You know, I say you've been in your body all your life. You know when your body ain't feeling like it used to feel or how it usually feels. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor because if they find something, maybe they catch it early.
Right.
They could deal with it. That's what happened with me with my throat cancer. You know what I mean? They caught it early, but I'm still dealing with it. But they imagine if I wouldn't have went and just went now. It'd have been a different thing. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to go talk to folks. Don't be afraid to go see them doctors, man. You know your body better than anybody.
It's a big problem with black men.
Yeah.
It's like they're scared to go to the doctor. Got to get your checkups. Anything start feeling weird, you know, we got a long history of colon cancer, a lot of different things, man. And a lot of my family members have suffered from those things and still fighting through those things. So it ain't never wrong to go get it, like you said, catch it early. The early bird beat the worm. Get it up out of there, fight it while you can, while it's early, because you know some of them stages is hard to come back from.
Let me ask you something about your like I said, I'm just gonna throw this notebook away messing with you.
Nah, go ahead.
Let me ask you
about 1,000 parties. Go ahead.
Right. And I hope people are listening, right? So like after I came back from COVID, being in a coma, it's just stuff that I can't do no more that I used to could do before I was in that situation, right?
Right.
So like with you, like you always have operations and different stuff. So how do you deal with not being able to move like you once was able to move?
I mean, I get depressed about it. You know what I mean? Like, say 2013, 4/20/2013, I got T-boned by a drunk driver.
Wow.
I could have died. You know, it took me a long time to be able to walk right and all kind of stuff. I couldn't play with my young kids anymore. I couldn't pick up my grandbaby no more. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, right? What I'm going through now. You get depressed. Well, it's a part of getting older though, right? The older we live, the less we're going to be able to do. We're not as strong as we used to be.
Right.
So it's a part of that. It's a part of that process that we never thought about being young. Couldn't wait to get older.
Right.
And what comes with that. You
Right.
dig? Getting old ain't the business.
It was coming anyway. You saying it was coming to you anyway.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, it was coming. But yeah, you get depressed. You definitely think about stuff you can't do. And you've been to my house, Beach. You know I got little ones. So it's like, man, I can't even do this no more. That's what gets to me. You know what I mean? Just like dealing with the cancer, it'd be like, man, they this age. I just want to be able, man, I hope I'm this, you know, still here to be able to see this. But I'm teaching them stuff. I'm instilling stuff in their head. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do what I didn't have growing up. I didn't have a mom and
But
dad to teach me to.
how do you stay focused though? Because I watch you do your podcast every week faithfully,
It's
and
hard.
all other type of stuff. So like, how do you just keep on pushing?
That's what I love to do. If I
Right.
just sit back and be at home in the bed watching TV, depressed, drinking, smoking, I'ma die. You know what I mean? I gotta, I stopped my podcast at least 4 times to
Right.
heal up after surgeries.
Right.
And I got a interview tomorrow, and then that's the last show. My
Right.
next surgery is Wednesday. I don't
Right.
know how long the recovery is going to be, so I'm
Right.
gonna be stopping again. But this is, if I don't do this, that's why I had to get this studio and be on top of it.
Right.
I gotta do what I love to do. You feel me? And that's going to keep me going. But it takes a lot out of me, dog. It takes a lot. I'll be sick as a dog during the day. I get up, I get myself ready for the podcast. After the podcast, I ain't no good for nobody.
Hey, that's why you deserve your flowers now too, man. And I like
give them
people
his
their
flowers.
flowers, man. They are fully capable and functional, man. And whatever you was doing at a younger age that you can't do now, give them their flowers then. So when I go back to now like these, hey, you probably was the best this and that, but guess what? You still was the best then. You can wrap it up back, give your knowledge back to the game so they can understand some of the things, learn some of the footwork, learn some of the, this and that. And that's what I really glorify the older cats in the game, because they have that understanding, and their ideology is way different than our understanding now, because it's 2 different times. But you can never be too old or too young to learn something different.
Nah, you gotta be able to teach and be teachable. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
you got to.
And he get motivated. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right? In the been times I be ready to stop doing this or even stop doing the other stuff that I'm doing, right? But then I look at what other people do. I look at people like Deli Dale. He just won't stop. I look at one time, me and this dude did a podcast, and we were supposed to, because we always talk on the phone anyway. So I'm calling him the next morning, and he ain't picking up or whatever. So I ain't think nothing of it. So when he finally gets in contact with me later that evening, he's like, "Man, I went to the hospital right after we got to doing the podcast." And it's like a couple days later, he was right back at it, and I'm just like, man, it's like people like that's strength to me. That's motivation. It's like literally.
Yeah, I didn't remember finishing our podcast that night.
Yeah, you told me that.
I didn't even remember that. I don't know what happened. I blanked out. I passed out, man. And my blood sugar was messed up.
Right.
On top of everything else, I found out I'm diabetic now. Ain't that something? So, we just got to take care of ourselves, man. It's about what we grew up eating, what we were taught to eat. Stuff ain't good. We're not slaves no more.
Right.
I think sometimes the food is a shell of actually, what we fight against, man. We go to happiness, our happiness spot, and eat some of that fried food or those sweets. It's a happy spot for us because we deal with so much. So it'd be like, yeah, give me that fried chicken, because I did have a depressed state, but this is gonna bring me back to my family. It's so many things oriented behind food that we really grasp ourselves on, and we got that like, this is us.
Well,
and it ultimately causes us sometimes some health problems.
I clearly see I'm not gonna get to ask the questions that
go
I
ahead.
do.
Go ahead, Vic.
I was research on days.
Go ahead.
Producers of the show telling me I'm
ready,
lazy,
man.
that I don't do nothing. I spend hours. Rick tell me I ain't got no topics worth nothing, all type of stuff, and I spend hours.
Hey,
I'm even making little pictures pops up, but people like Trey Boogie come on here.
I'm back low, man. Baby, back low.
Good conversation. Hold on, before I do this, I gotta check in with the streets because I know they're like, man. Happy Deserts to hip. What's good, Beats? Common Sense isn't common. Real talk. That's what we was talking about. People.
You said that earlier.
That's when it came up. My good cousin Angel said, I have had the same experience. Every time I ride past the church and funeral home, I think about that person whose service was there. Yeah. And there we go. Money up, gang, TV, 3M's,
What's
music.
good, boy?
There go our sponsor, Willie Estes Vegan World Cafe said, One Love, the Hood Hierarchy, Money
What's
G
up?
Staff in the building, Fam on a Mission podcast. Y'all check my partner out. Willie Estes, Ellie who said much healing after your surgery, my brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. And he said, thank you, Trey Boogie, for your strength and courage. It might keep going. I'm sorry, Willie. I'm probably saying it wrong. But we get what you're saying, brother.
Yes,
so,
big love,
now,
big love.
I gotta ask y'all something because it's a reason that I wanted you on tonight, young Rick. Because me and you and Trey Boogie had the same conversation without me having it with both of y'all. and I want to talk to you, gentlemen, about loyalty.
I knew it.
I'm bringing this up because 50 Cent has produced, that's Southwest T, Big Meech's brother. 50%, 50 Cent, I call him 50%.
I'll give him 100%.
50 Cent put together the BMF TV show.
Right.
So Southwest T recently posted a picture with Supreme McGriff's son and a video with him. He had a shirt that said Free Supreme, Free Big Meech. So 50 Cent is so upset with him. I believe he's even talking about canceling the show.
Taking them off,
Yep, taking him off the show. And he said, how are you gonna get with my enemy and link with how you gonna link with my enemy's son? So I'm
I made
asking
you millions. He said, and I made your family millions.
And I made your family millions. I'm gonna ask you first, Rick. If you get into it with someone, should that be an enemy of your friend too?
Now, what you say? If I get into it with somebody, what?
And you done say this happened with me several times. If you fall out with someone, should that be your friend's enemy too?
You know, my real perspective is how I introduce people, man. If I'm introducing you as this is a business partner, that's business. But it's like the mafia. If I say he a friend of mine, that's just my man. I'm responsible for him. If I say he a friend of ours, that's everybody to look out for this man. Make sure he's straight. So whatever endeavors people keep going, that's more movie. That's something like we ain't did nothing gangster. We ain't in the streets, man. We making money business wise. My personal people that I'm looking, that's just like if I make $1 million with 50 Cent and then I go bond out some of the people that's my family that actually has shot at them before. Well, you did business with me knowing that I'm affiliated with these people already. So you don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't get offended. Because if the shoe was on the other
end, hold on. Follow me on the question though. The question is your enemy your friend's enemy? That's what I want to know.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends. It depends.
Okay, what about you, Trey Boogie?
It strong depends.
What you think about that? Is your enemy your friend's enemy? Why are you looking like that, Trey?
Let me. You know, I like.
Hold on. I'm gonna make a reel off of this. So, Trey Boogie, is your enemy your friend's enemy?
Listen, I'm gonna give you an example of something, right? I met this dude from a homegirl I used to kick it with, but I met him through her. They fell off. Next thing you know, he started trying to come kick it with me and this and that. So I had to let him know, look, dog, I met you through her. Until y'all clear y'all stuff up, I don't think
Right.
it's right for us to be chilling. You dig?
Right.
So I'm different. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people got different definitions of loyalty. Like, my
Yeah.
loyalty definition may not be yours. And I'm starting to learn that the hard way. You know?
Yeah.
Because if I ride with you, I ride with you. Period. You know what I mean?
Or I got one, not to cut you off. What if it's family? I can't say if I got one cousin into it behind a broad, he hate my other cousin and he into it. Do I supposed to say, oh well, since you don't like my other cousin, then I'm not supposed to like you either?
That's
You can't
family.
say that. That's why I say it depends.
That's family. Like
That's why I say it depends.
being in
It
Dago,
depends
you
on the
got family.
situation.
But
You got family that's on the.
like
You
you
got
say,
family on the
family is
blue
a
side. You got family on the red side.
family a whole nother
But we
conversation.
still family.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
all.
Even business.
But family a whole nother conversation. What I'm saying is this, like real talk, and you can speak on this, Rick. When me and Crunchy had our falling out, right?
Yeah.
I didn't tell nobody not to talk to Crunchy.
Right.
Whoever chose not to talk to Crunchy, they chose not to talk to Crunchy. I didn't tell
You
nobody
saw
like,
who
hey,
was with you though. You saw who was loyal
I
and who was
did.
after that. I mean, you know, we're not high schoolers. We're not
That's
kids.
so
But
it's so it's so water to me.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie to
like
you, Boogie. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't lie to you.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
but
I mean,
but I didn't feel no way.
You can't.
People who did it, but I did.
I always
Like,
look
even
like
though people
this.
came to me and asked me before they did something with him, I felt like I did say you didn't have to ask me, but I really felt like, yeah, I'm glad you asked me.
You know,
I
I'm not.
look
It
like
ain't. I'm not angered. I'm not angry. I don't get angry over folks that do stuff, but I know what they do, and it make me take a step back. Right?
I look at it like a real man could read between the lines and he could move between the BS. So I ain't gotta worry. If I know this going on, I don't have to pick sides because tomorrow y'all might be back buddy buddy. I don't burn bridges where I don't have to throw a grenade at. I walk the same path I walk. So at the end of the day, when they both come look and see what dude is, they're gonna say, oh, dude ain't budge. He was the same guy. He ain't said nothing about me. He ain't said nothing. Now it'll be different if we had to push. Then you already know what my loyalty is. I gotta go with the game if I'm affiliated with them. If that's my association. But they never took it to that. It was a rivalry between them. That's a man's personal beef.
Okay, I
And,
got one.
and you're right. I
Something
wouldn't.
that I was incorporated
I
in.
got one though, Rick.
I wouldn't try to stop nobody's money or hustle or nothing like that, right?
Exactly.
But I'm
That ain't
gonna
only.
take heed to what's going on. But they say
I'm
disrespect.
not monkey in the middle.
Disrespect closes doors that an apology can't never open again.
I know I ain't monkey in the middle. And we all played that game. You throwing a ball and a person in the middle trying to catch somebody's loyalty so they can be the person who's throwing the ball. I'm not him. I don't have to.
Listen to this though. Listen to this. I'm gonna give y'all a situation, right? One of my homies' nephew. One of my homies killed another one of my homies' nephew. He was trying to kill my homie though. So this back in I'm worse than Rick. This back in the 90s. We had my brother's bachelor party. Both of them come to the party. And they literally like right next to each other and being cool. I'm like, man, I wonder how this is gonna play out. So my other homie like, hey, that was between him and my nephew. What was he supposed to do? Let my nephew kill him? If he coming up with a gun shooting at him, hey, the best man wins. He like, that was they beef. So what I'm saying is, when do you side with your friend when they got something going on with somebody? Like I had one homie, that told me his homie was messing with his sister, with his little baby sister. And I'm like, wow. And I called my homie like, man, you really messing with his sister? With his little sister? And he's like, man, she's 28 years old. I'm like, man, bye, man. I don't know where I got with this.
Hey, for me, it's when they
What's a
bring that
friend? What's
baby
the
to your people.
definition? What's the definition of a friend? Like,
Bring that
I
baby
don't
to
know
us,
how many
make me pick a
friends.
side.
I
Being a
don't know how
son.
many friends I have. If I rock with you, you found, you family, you know what I mean? A friend.
I'm
I don't
telling
know,
you.
Trey Boogie. That friend word is okay. Take you for instance.
Yeah.
It's people I know 10 times longer than I know you, and you a closer friend to me than they is. And it's like, when I come out there, you don't say, I'm gonna meet you soon. You're like, man, pull up, come to the crib.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it's just like, I just don't know what is a friend, because it's like,
yeah,
I know you my friend, and it's like it ain't based off. See,
that's
people go
over
off the length of time, but in the small length of time, you done more for me than these friends who've been around.
And that's just the character, that's the character I have, being from the old school. Right. You know what I mean? If you my guy, if you in the circle, you in the circle. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't look, when I come up, we come up. If I could eat steak and lobster, all my guys could eat steak and lobster, right? Just because you don't have money and we go out, we going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have the same amount of fun as everyone else because we like this. So when I let people like this, my loyalty and trust is 1,000%. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of times they don't come back. Like, I've been snitched. Every time I went to jail, I've been snitched on by someone I called family. Because the only people who could hurt you is the ones that's closest to you.
Right.
I just think you need about that different kind of friends, gang. Because I got friends that ain't never got nothing on nothing, but they can't wait to kick somebody's ass on it. And that's my friend. Go ahead, get at me.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't need nobody to kick no ass for me, because I could pay somebody to kick ass for me. That, like, to me,
that's loyalty to me.
To me, that gets too much value. That gets too much value. People that saying, like, I know some people, they'll fight a squirrel. That's what they like to do.
So
would you still consider
Let me say this. Let me say this. For someone who willing to fight and kill and go to jail for you and this and that, I'm gonna tell you from someone who's done something like that. I'll never do that again. I'm standing it on Instagram, on StreamYard, on YouTube. I was in jail over the homeboy. I told you, Beats, and he was free, trying to take my place in my home.
Right. Yeah.
No.
He wanted my kids to call him dad.
You
I
had
was the man. I was the man in jail. Oh, you kept it solid. You did. I was.
That's
Bobby Smurda. I was Bobby Smurda before Bobby Smurda was Bobby Smurda. But I guarantee you, folks try to get at his girls.
Nah. See, man, it's now I go back to the caliber of the person they being a friend to. Because I ain't one of him, gang.
I don't know, Rick, like I'm saying though.
I say it right up in your face.
Okay, just like another one. Just like another one hopped on. I see my guy Will Clay on Rocktown Entertainment said, respect goes a long way. Work with us or watch us work. Now, it's so crazy.
That's deep. Would you rather be loyalty or respected? You know what I mean? Someone loyal to you or
well,
no,
he's finna make me bite my words. He's finna make me bite my words. It's like, if you diss him, you dissing me. It ain't no way around it. So I guess what I've been talking to you for months about, Boogie, I see the point, because me and him kind of got a situation going on where somebody ain't said nothing to me, but this is my guy. Mm-hmm. So if it's F him, then it's F me too.
What would Tupac have did if the Outlaws and then when it had went with him when they were beefing with Puff and them. What would Puff and them what would they have Biggie and them did if what were they called?
Junior
Junior
Mafia.
Mafia would it had I mean
Yeah. Not
I
that
still think
I'm looking
I
at it.
still think we deal with more emotional ties to realization than what the entertainment business was like. Like you said, we got people trying to backdoor for our spots in our home. We got real time with no real money behind it. We got to deal with. We got real issues that money can't solve. These guys was rich. They was in the fast lane of life. They could create an opportunity at any given wheel to branch off and do their own. We don't always have that opportunity.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I'm gonna tell you this though.
The environment that we was raised with.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Doors.
I'm gonna tell you this though, and you know this, Rick. You've been watching me your whole life. I can make money with anybody, man. I don't have to be your friend to make some money off of you, and you don't have to be my friend's friend. I got. It's really like if you're not pushing the line, I'm not finna push the line.
Yeah, that be when you make
Rick
the
is
most
my
money.
blood family. Rick is my.
It happened.
Rick is my cousin. I raised this boy, but if Rick ain't finna jump you when he see you, I'm not finna jump you. Well, no, I'm not. I keep eating my words talking to Boogie. I shouldn't do this on camera with you, man.
Just think about the hard six, man. Just think about that hard six, man.
That hard six.
Yeah.
I had to explain to. You know what? Before we came over here, I was explaining to my cousin about family. And I said, hey man, there's some people in our family. I say, yo, his grandmama is my auntie. My dad's
sister. Man, you exposed a lot.
I told him, I say, she gets a bonus that I can't get mad at her because me and you so close. He like my little brother. And it's just like she can get away with murder already, but she really can get away with murder when it comes to me because it's your grandmama. Yeah. What do I look like cursing out your grandmama or something like that? So it's like people do like that loyalty thing is something else when you think about it.
And that was the discrepancy because I said my loyalty still lies the same way. I don't look at my uncle, which is his daddy,
right?
Like he's just he's still gonna be my uncle at the end of the day. It didn't matter. I still have to be the same person I am. What makes our bond different is what we went through. It's not who you've been around or who you come from. I don't get no brownie points because you this or that. It's let me spend time with you. Or let me understand it. Show me some game. Give me some knowledge. Show me that. That's
but at the end of the day, though,
can't always give
at the end of the day, what Boogie been trying to teach me, because we've been having this conversation for about a year.
Man.
Love is earned, dog. Love and respect is earned. It's not given. And people be wanting to give it, but like if I love you and respect you, some stuff I just gotta say, hey man, I gotta ride with this. That's it. That's all. I gotta ride with homie.
I go back.
Right.
I go back to everyone have their own. If you got 10 people in the room and ask them what's loyalty to them, it's going to be 10 different answers.
Yeah.
So maybe in their head, they being loyal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe they think they're being
and
loyal.
That's what matters. If you're being malicious. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. So
and that's where, like you said, Beats, the biggest thing with loyalty starts with understanding what you want. What's your concept of it? The first thing that comes to people's head when you say loyalty is to somebody else or something else.
Yeah, it's a
Be loyal to your own conscious beliefs of what you believe it is first. Be loyal to that. Stand on that before you can get some loyalty to somebody or something. That's how I feel about it.
Real talk.
Well, like you say, that loyalty or respect question, where people get it confused. Like I was explaining to one of my cousins. One of my cousins was saying, man, I don't care. Anybody disrespect me, they getting checked, they getting cursed out. I don't care who it is. That's how I was raised. And I said, so what are you saying? If my grandma disrespect you, what would happen? I curse out. I gotta know. And I said, yeah, you'll probably get put in the ground if you curse out. Like, do you understand that that's somebody's grandmama? And it's like, if you mess with me, you gotta get my grandmama slide. You gotta get my mama slide. You gotta get my sister slide. I remember one time I come in the studio and we catch some burglars. It's one of my homeboy's sister and some dude she messed with. So this crew that I got, they ready to put the brakes on the. We got girls too. They ready to put the brakes on everybody. I say, whoa, let her go. That's my homeboy's sister. Whatever have to happen with this situation with this dude, hey, I can't stop y'all, but just let them go because this is my homeboy's sister. She's trying. She's trying to take up for the dude when I'm getting her a pass. But at the end of the day, I got loyalty and respect for my homeboy that's in jail.
Yeah.
So it's like he can't get out and find out that I got somebody that we beat up his sister and whoever this dude is. It's like you got that loyalty and respect is a tough cookie, like he said. 10 people gonna have 10 different meanings.
Yeah.
And
they all gonna feel they're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody understanding and definition is gonna be different.
It's gonna be
It's
different.
all about your own character. That's why I said it's a selfish thing. It's all about, my character won't allow me to do it any other way than how I do it. If I rock with you, I rock with you. Straight up.
Yeah. That's why I said, man, be loyal to yourself first. Learn how to be loyal to that. Learn how to make goals and accomplish that and set goals and do whatever you need to do before you try to be loyal to somebody else.
Yeah.
Or something else.
One of my favorite things is once I think it's like this and you show me it's like that, I ain't mad.
Who was it? They said when they show you their true character,
I will not force you to. I will not force
Maya
you.
Angelou.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou.
Say that again for them.
When they show you their true character, believe them.
Believe them.
Oh yeah. That's what my uncle just was telling me yesterday. He say, man, somebody show you their true colors, man. Believe it.
I always say, if once a snake bite you, you don't let them bite you again.
Nah, he bite.
Hey, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me.
I thought you was gonna say how Bush said it.
Nah, you gotta tell them I need you like a fish need a swimsuit.
Real talk.
Yeah, man, y'all really done took me somewhere, man. Yeah, I threw away my notebook dealing with Tre Boogie, y'all.
My bad, man. My bad.
I had to throw it away. I definitely
love
the whole show to get to this conversation at the end. We just had, because like I say, me and Rick, we talk about it all the time. I raised him. He's older than me. He's much, much older than me.
much.
Yeah, I'm an OG, man.
But
I'm cousin Rick. You already know.
But with that being said, I'm sorry, people in the comments. Let's blame Tre Boogie for me not hollering at y'all. Shouts out to.
Hey, man.
I just like to chop it up. I just like to chop it up, man. I just like to chop
it up. It was a beautiful thing, man. Real enlightening, man.
Hey.
I love that for the black community, for the black culture, man. We in a positive way. We in a positive movement. Let's keep it going, baby.
Let me say this, though, before we get out of here. Shouts out to Blocker Family Entertainment, said Tre Boogie. What it do, Blocker's family also said Tre Boogie probably the most loyal dude in the industry.
Yeah, that's the record label for Red. He the label.
Oh, yeah. Shouts out to Red.
Big up Elbow.
I'm trying to take some of the wings when I come down.
Hey, Elbow. Tre Boogie is loyal, period, man. He came in as an industry partner, but like I said, I just want to say this. He's the one who really showed me how to do the podcast stuff and what to do and what not to do.
Love.
he's a prime example of when you show somebody, you might need them to show you one day. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like he
you do
showed
my
me,
layovers.
I come show him stuff.
Each one teach
But
one.
each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you can't be scared to help people. And with that being said, please explain to them what Let's Chop It Up is.
So let's chop it up. Is my podcast, where we just get on like this and chop it up like Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Like I don't write down nothing. I used to, but I don't write down nothing, and we just have a conversation. And off the like how you do it, beats out for the conversation. Your questions are going to come, right? I want to introduce my podcast and audience to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want you to promote yourself. And I want to help promote yourself. If it gets you one or two new fans or customers or whatever, that's a beautiful thing, right?
Beautiful.
But on Let's Chop It Up, we do the interviews. Tomorrow I'll be interviewing MLK. He's in Africa. I've been interviewing a couple people in different continents. On Tuesdays, we got Hot Topic Tuesdays where I have a panel and I pick 3 different topics and then have a bonus topic. To get, like I said, when you got 10 people in the room asking the same question, they're going to have different answers, right? And then Saturdays, I do my the virtual live performances. So if you're an artist and you want to do some performances virtually, you get 2 songs. It's just like this on StreamYard, and you do your 2 songs that, and that's what it's all about. Your big homie's big homie. You dig? That's what
always.
Oh, let me tell you a story about that.
Yeah, do that.
Let me tell you a story about that. So when I meet Trey Boogie,
big up to Mimi, Sarah,
I was
Triple
about to
P
say,
Radio.
When I meet
big up
Trey
to
Boogie,
Immortal.
he's like, yeah, he the big homie's big homie. I said, hey, that's me. so it worked out. We was gonna click, and I'm saying this to say that I'm glad I was gonna say this before. This is a prime example of great minds thinking like that. I just seen my boy 6'4", the Nasty Jerk pop in, right? Shout out to him. Shout out to East Coast. Shout out to Rock Island. Shout out to the Quad Cities.
Rock Island, baby.
I just think great minds think alike, and it's like just because you grew up with somebody, that's why you have friends. I got plenty brothers and sisters and cousins.
Yeah.
But no, I have to go find people that's interested in what I'm interested in. And then you bump heads a lot less. You know what I'm saying? If me and Trey Boogie went on the same page, I can't call Trey Boogie know if I call him, get ready to talk for 4 hours and vice versa. We know like
and it's all love. We just chop it up.
I gotta talk to Trey Boogie. We finna go back. So it's like people gotta know how to put themselves around the right situation, and then you know what to expect because everybody got value. You just got to figure out what to use them for, what position to put them in, man.
It's like a transformer. One part don't make the what are they called the Decepticons and all that. It took different individuals to come and form together to be Voltron and all that. You did.
And once you learn how to make a Voltron and put people together, you can become a great gang leader like I used to be. I'm just playing. I never was a gang leader. I'm just playing. But that's what it's about. So people be so quick to, I ain't talking to him no more because he did this and that. That's what he do. That's how he is. Save it for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I keep all type of people around. It's just like, hey, okay, go. I'll let them deal with that. I'll let them deal with that. And that's where you gotta go. But again, that major loyalty, if you're gonna ride out for me for whatever, you get a bonus for that.
Yeah.
You get a bonus for that. But when I know that it ain't like that with me and you, I'm not mad at you.
I already know.
Know what it is.
Know what time it is.
I just gotta know where to go with you. That's it. That's all. You know.
Family.
Before y'all go, y'all say y'all coming down here, so we're gonna have to go either the Bow-Legged Barbecue or Louisiana Purchase, man. It depending on what you want. If you want some barbecue and
What are crab legs at?
I'll take the barbecue and
The
the
crab
beautiful
legs.
weather.
I
You know,
need
we
them both.
got
I'll take
I'd
it
have to
out.
hit up one of the home girls or something who do plates that do crab boilers, you know. I also got a couple homies that got their food trucks. But I'll
Okay.
tell you in Dago, because it's so diverse, some of the best food is going to be from somebody that's cooking out their house.
Hey,
You
it's
know what?
always
And my
Before,
thing is this:
before we let you go,
we
man.
just buy the food. We buy the food and we cook it ourselves, and it's going to be the best.
But before we let you go, man, I just need 5 more minutes because I gotta do this, man. Because
Here we go.
it's just so fun to do. What city and state are you from, man?
San Diego, California, 619. You did?
So, what's your hood? Like, what would you say your hood is in San Diego? Where you from in San Diego?
I grew up where people my age call it South Dago, but the youngsters call it the South Bay. We the last part of San Diego, right next to the border town.
When you say the border, tell them what's next to
Tijuana border, Mexico. You know, it's right there. You dig?
So how far are you from? How far is your hood from Mexico?
Where I grew up, it was like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like where I'm at now, everything in San Diego is like 15 minutes. You've been to Dago.
Right.
But yeah, when I was a kid, you know, it was nothing to see illegal aliens sleeping in your backyard, or you know what I mean? That's just how it went. You know what I mean?
Do you need a passport to go over there?
Nah, just your ID.
ID.
I don't go over there no more.
They not like
You don't want to go over
Why
there.
you don't go over there no more?
You don't want to go over there. For what?
He said nobody go over there.
Oh, Rick, I'm gonna show
Folks
you
go
what.
over there and
Hey, Rick,
some of the
I'm gonna show you what we
there's
gonna
a
go over there
lot of
for, Rick.
things to do over there.
Rick,
You
bring
dig?
$20 with you, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
it's a
you what.
lot of things. There's a lot of things. Hey, you could eat good over there. You know, we used to go and
Nah, we
place our
ain't going
bets.
for the food,
But
Rick.
you trying to go to yeah,
Bring
I'm gonna
20,
send you this
Rick,
thing.
$20. Bring it with
I
you.
know
I'm
what
gonna
you're
show you.
talking about. I'm gonna send you this thing. I'm gonna send you this
talking-
thing.
I'm
I'm
I know what
bringing.
talking
you're talking
about
about.
the drinks, man.
I'm bringing
Talking
BS.
I
about-
bet.
Rick likes the
I
drink.
bet.
Talking about
Yeah.
the drinks.
I'm bringing
We could do
BS.
a lot of
I'm
stuff.
looking
It's
for
like
publicity
red
for
light
y'all.
district without the red lights.
Yeah.
Publicity for y'all.
Let me ask you this while we talking about going over to Tijuana. Is that dangerous to do?
Yeah. Depending on, you know, what you're doing. The police going, if you drive in, if you walk in, police going to rush you. If you look like you got, like, you don't wear chains, you don't wear this and that over there, because they're going to think you got money. They're going to harass you and mess with you just so you could pay them off.
Right.
Because you don't want to go to the Tijuana jail. That's what you don't want to do.
Right.
That's what you don't want to do.
So you telling me the minute you get over there,
It's dangerous. The air smell different. It's
Wow.
a whole, you got a million kids running up to you, trying to pickpocket you, asking for, yeah, it's a whole different world.
Wow. I like the sound of that.
The
So-
clubs, you know, you could go out there with like $50. They have a good time. You know what I mean?
So you already told us what you already gave us food places. So let's jump to this. What's your favorite hood movie?
You know, I'm an old head, so I always think about Scarface or Godfather 1 or 2.
Okay.
But recently, I have to go with American Gangster and City of God.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Yeah, City of God is pretty dope. You know, they remind me of a different version of shoutouts. You know what I mean?
I like American Gangster.
That's the
I
raw version of shit.
I like City of Gods, but I like American Gangster. See, I never told Rick and them, but when I saw American Gangster, and I looked at how my cousins and friends always came out of town with me, I felt like I was Frank Lucas.
Yeah, you know, he's relatable. You did?
Because I moved out of town, little small town, and all my cousins and homies come, and I'm like, yeah, this is dope. This is
That's
dope.
how it was for me.
Rick,
when
why
I
you go
lived
sideways?
Sideways, yeah. When I lived in upstate New York. I brought family and friends, you know, homeboys out there to join, you know, to be a part of what I had going on out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Rick is stuck, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave him stuck like that. But I need a Trey Boogie drop. I need a drop, man.
Let me know when.
Give me that hood hierarchy drop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your big homie, Trey Boogie. And I'm rocking out with Hood Hierarchy, man. Uncle Beats. That's my bro for life. You dig?
So with that being said, man, the 3rd is coming.
Yeah.
I gotta have you back again. And that's it, man. So what's the hood?
The hood.
I gotta have you back before the 3rd. What's the hood?
Man, you let me know.
You know your hood.
My hood?
Southside. Dago.
You know, we South Dago, man. We South Dago. But man, I'm all over. San Diego so small, from Southeast to East Dago to...
There's so much more to you, man. I gotta have you back before the 3rd, man. We just gotta do it again. I'm sorry. I hate to overwork you, man. I know tomorrow ain't gonna work. You're doing your own show. But we gonna talk. Y'all gonna see him again. We doing it again.
Just let me know. I'm there for you. Just let me know. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There's nothing.
We finna pop it off. Number love, brother.
All the time. I holla.